I love how the nitty bitty sisters, they always do those little goofy parts.
I love them.
So,
Those
are goofies.
Right? Well, without further ado, welcome everyone. Welcome to Between Knits and Pearls. My name is Stephanie, and I am coming to you today from the state of Kentucky, where it is gray, dark, and I think we're getting a little bit of snow tonight. So that's kind of exciting.
That's so awesome. I know how much you love snow. So.
I do. I miss it. I miss it so much.
I know.
Because then I can wear on my sweaters.
Yep. And I mean, I have so much of it right now. I'd gladly give you some. So, I'm Emily. I'm Anders Mill Knits on Instagram and Ravelry. I'm coming to you from Alaska, where we currently, I'm assuming it's been snowing all night long. Oh, I have a little halo. Look, I'm an angel.
There you
go. So I think we've gotten about 1.5 inches of snow, and I was super cold this morning, so I put on my weekender sweater.
Yes. Tell us about your weekender. I like that.
I knit this back in 2019. I knit it as a knit along with my local yarn store, Far North Yarn. I know I got the mohair lace that I held with this from them, but I never wrote it down in my project, so I have no idea what it is. But I used my Anders Mill knits. I had a sweater's quantity left over from when I was dyeing of my DK weight in the ground colorway, and so I just held that double with some pink mohair lace of some sort.
I love it. I think it's very, especially for us who have very clean, white, soft complexions, it really is nice on your skin tone.
Yeah, but like we were talking about before we started recording, I have to wear a shirt underneath this because the mohair is so itchy. My gosh. Yeah. But, I knit everything super big, and I know the weekender is supposed to be big anyway, but still, it really shows off the baby bump, and it fits me actually perfectly now.
I love it.
Oh, yeah. So what are you wearing?
I am wearing, this one's actually about 1 year old now, but this is a Jennifer Steingast pattern, and it's called Silver Frost. This is knit out of Knit Picks Stroll Tweed, all fingering weight, which I thought it was going to take me a long time. I think I finished it in just a couple weeks, but I really love it. It lays really super flat, and being that it is fingering, it's super lightweight, but it still has that really nice cozy feel to it. So it doesn't feel like it's bogging you down, but it's definitely warm.
Yeah. So what's the temperature there now? Is it perfect for the temperature or what?
Well, yes. it's probably in the low 40s.
That's still pretty, chilly when you get in the high 90s and 100s,
Yes. So. For our area, when we're in growing zone 6B for all of you gardeners, and we hit 100 in the summer, no problem. So
so I'd say 40s. That's a major switcheroo.
So it's still not quite spring yet.
No, although I was yesterday. So I'm cleaning out. This week my husband has the week off, and we are fixing up the master bedroom. We're patching up all the cracks in the walls. I'm painting. He's stripping out the carpet and then putting down new flooring in there, and then that will turn back into the master bedroom.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm having to clear out everything, because not only is it our office, but it's also our storage place and everything. And so last night I was watching Cherry Heart over in the UK, and she already has tulips that she.
I know.
And I'm like,
I know.
What the heck?
I know. Well, and it's deceiving because, again, where I'm used to living in Montana, the far northern part of Iowa, where, winter still goes through May, it's very deceiving. My girls see the sunshine out and they think they should be in shorts. So it doesn't quite equate yet that's not how that works.
No, but I mean that is kind of it's a weird thing in Alaska. We do this in Alaska all the time where guys will wear shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops
Yep.
in 3 feet of snow.
Yeah, it's a thing. I've heard of it. They do the same thing in Montana. I don't know why they do that, but they do.
We're burly men.
I don't know.
I remember in high school my brothers doing that. Like they would go to school because they were both in basketball, the varsity team, and so they would go to school wearing their basketball shorts and everything like that. And I would always just be like, they're such idiots. They're going to die.
And I would dread, when we lived in Oregon growing up, I would dread having to go to school in the morning in my cheerleading outfit because we would freeze.
Right. But that's a different kind of cold. And I will stick to this because here in Alaska, we have a dry cold. So you can warm up super fast.
Oregon is a wet cold. There is a huge difference.
Yeah, and that gets into your bones something fierce.
It does. It's
totally I hated that.
I'm glad you and I agree on that.
Yeah. So all you Oregonians who are watching, I have a lot more empathy for your cold than I have for my cold.
And we love you Oregonians, so.
Yes, exactly. Actually, right before we started recording, you were asking me if I got my yarn in the mail yet. And I'm like, no, my zebra yarn is out for delivery. I'm like, oh, come right now while I'm recording, please.
Well, that's a good segue. Speaking of zebra yarns, thank you guys for everybody who participated in our Knitting the Blues Away Cow that was hosted by Anna and ourselves. Anna is the dyer behind Zebra Yarns. She did a fantastic job, guys, with the colors that we asked her to put together. Yeah. They were available to you guys. I assume she will probably still have those in her shop if you guys are interested. We had some of the bright aqua, purple, teal, pink. All those colors were just kind of sporadically put together. She did such a great job.
She really did.
We had a great time just knitting along. And it wasn't just socks this time. It was whatever you wanted to knit it with.
Yes, it really was. And I was having such a great time following the hashtag on Instagram. Yes. I was really surprised, actually, when we chose winners just a minute ago. Yep. There
was a good amount.
There was a good amount of people who knit things like hats. And I mean, I knit a hat for the baby. I knit a pair of fingerless mitts. Majority of people knit socks, which I can totally understand.
I get it. Yeah. But it was nice to see that people who, and like we had said, any of her yarn worked. So if you had stash yarn, you guys were welcome to participate. And we were so thrilled that you guys joined us. So it was really fun. Thank you again to Anna for doing that. So
yes. So we have some winners to announce, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Now, you're the holder of all of this. And all of this, guys, we have to give huge props and thank you to Anna because
she donated all the prizes on top of hosting the cow for us as well.
Yes. And these are nice prizes.
They're beautiful, you guys. I have them all at my house, so I'll be the one sending them out. So
I have pictures, and so as we announce the winner, I'm gonna flash the winner up on the screen with the picture as well. So the first prize pack is of the T-shirt and the How I Knit T-shirt with the sock set from Zebra Yarns, and the winner is from, and I'm gonna say this totally wrong, Crescendogal.
All right.
She's from Montana, Great Falls, Montana, and she knit this beautiful hat. That you see on the screen.
It was beautiful.
It
almost had like I don't even know, like a cable that ran across the band of it. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's actually really, no, you're right. I think that is a cable. Sorry, I'm looking at it again because you and I can't see it because we're recording right now.
Thank you, Emily, for all of your media digital work.
Yes, right. So, so everybody that wins has to get in contact with Stephanie only. So you can contact, how do you want them to contact you?
Instagram or Ravelry, whichever is easier. I am Farmstead Knits.
Yep. Just see it on the screen. That's where she is everywhere.
Name and address, and I will be happy to pop that in the mail to you. So congratulations.
Yeah. And then the next prize pack, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of this one. The adjustable sock blockers, which, by the way, I just have to say that since I'm cleaning everything out, I have found 6 pairs of sock blockers that I own. So I don't need another pair of sock blockers.
I had no idea.
Me neither. So, you know, I'm just a glutton. That's all there is. That's why I want these. And you get another sock set from Zebra Yarns as well. And the winner of that is a very good friend of mine.
Stitches.
Yes. Who we have to say congratulations on graduating.
She just finished her master's, guys.
Now, is it in criminology? I always get it wrong.
It's something to do with in the criminology department. She is an officer in the Oregon. We'll just say in Oregon. I don't know if she wants us to say where she's at. Yeah. Yes. And so she did that so that she could further climb the rank in her department. So congratulations to you on both occasions.
Yes. And she knit these beautiful socks that you see on the screen right now. I believe it was the socks, wasn't it? Yes, it was the socks.
Yeah. Weren't they the blues with the pink?
I know, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so she had some wonderful downtime because she's not totally concentrating on this. So I would go, guys, I would follow Shauna Stitches because she's doing so much spinning right now. It's so beautiful.
I was going to say, she's a very talented spinner. She's a very talented knitter too, but she spins really well for those of you guys. And at one time, maybe she'll come back to podcasting because she had a video podcast and I loved it.
Yeah, she might.
No pressure at all.
No. And I have to say one more thing. She was so gracious and kind. She had a whole bunch of our artificial flowers left over from when she got married. And she put them all in the mail and she sent them up to me to use in my wedding. And I used used every single one.
Gosh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I just figured, you've been married all along.
I know, right? There you go. And then I don't know what happened. I suspect because I was so exhausted at the end, we didn't do the traditional where you drive away and everybody's throwing rice at you.
Sure.
Because I'm not going to leave other people to clean up after my wedding.
That was nice of you. I took off.
Yeah. No, but I suspect one of the people that was helping us clean up, they just kind of thought, they wouldn't mind if I take these. And so I no longer have the flowers to pass on to another person.
But that was very sweet of her.
It really was.
But yes, take your socks. They were awesome, you guys.
Yes. And last but certainly not least, we chose one winner from the Ravelry group, which we only had 4 or 5 people post. Yeah. And we just did a random picker. And we got Love's Bull Terriers, who's from Texas.
Yes.
So you are winning a sock set from Zebra Yarns as well.
So make sure you guys just, whatever's easiest, either instant message me on Ravelry or on Instagram at Farmstead Knits. I just need a name and an address, and I will put those in the mail this week to you guys. So maybe it'll be a late Valentine's Day gift.
Ooh, that'd be so awesome. Yay! Yeah, because you and I were talking, like, you've got some yarn acquisitions, but I don't because I don't know what's happened to my mail.
Oh. Yeah.
I do have one thing in acquisitions. Are we talking about acquisitions today?
We are talking about acquisitions today. Let's do it. Guys, we are flying by the seat of our pants today. If you cannot already tell. It's just, it's Saturday. I've already cleaned the house. We're good. We're good. Join us.
You're in a good headspace.
Yes.
Yep. So I did splurge because I was watching, I was about to call her Farmstead Knits.
Well, maybe.
I was watching The Fat Squirrel, and she did have an update. Well, she always has an update. Who are we kidding?
Did you see the rag?
I did.
Oh,
I don't need one, but I couldn't help it. I mean, look at that.
Well, and guys, her fabric choices are so well done. Her stitching is beautiful. And really, she has good size variation in her bags, too.
She really does.
Yeah.
Like, I generally these days, if I'm purchasing a project bag from her, I usually only purchase the sweater bag.
Yeah.
Because she actually makes sweater project bags that would work for a woman my size.
Yeah,
because
they're
she
very
is
generous. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, but those are very expensive. And so I've got, I think, 3 of them.
Yeah.
But and she was totally sold out. Actually, I don't even know if she had these in the sweater size.
That's
but
beautiful.
I just could not with the mustard zipper and everything. Does
that have a handle on it too?
It does, but I haven't put it on because Watson has been so bad that he he immediately, as soon as I put it down, he immediately started sniffing at the zipper and wanting to chew it. And I'm like, no, you are not ruining another one of my beautiful things.
No.
So for right now, this stays out of his reach. But that's my only acquisition. So.
I had a yarn acquisition this week. I'm super excited. Part of this is kind of my dream knitting. And I can show you this. It's called Hearts of the Forest Mitten. Emily and I are going to be knitting this.
Yes.
This is from, I believe it. How does she say her name? Sophia Kamaborn. Is that right? She has the most beautiful Swedish podcast, you guys.
Kamabornia?
Yeah. I think the YouTube show is Kamabornia.
Okay.
It is so beautifully done. And she has her love and passion for color work is unmatched by anybody else. It is gorgeous. Anyway, Emily and I were so taken by the mittens. I went ahead and placed an order with Wool and Honey after I so graciously got one of their gift card coupon card things for was it Christmas time or just shortly after? They just had a great customer appreciation coupon code, and it was so generous, and they always are wonderful with customer service.
It was incredibly generous.
It was very generous. So thank you again to them, because like I said, they were just awesome. So I picked up similar colors to the pattern. She did a blue, a green, and I'd call out a frosty white. I cannot do white because it'll be filthy. It will just
I know.
So I did Quince & Co. Chickadee, which is 100% American wool. This one is the river color.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is such a calming color.
Right. I did the marsh color, which is kind of an olivey green, not spruce color, I would say.
Yeah.
And then instead of creamy white, I went ahead and I did chanterelle, like mushrooms, just a light creamy. So I think it'll go a little bit better with my Norwegian skin tone.
Yep. And if you hold it up next to the green, which it'll predominantly be with, it is going to look amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Super fun. So that was my my yarn treat in the mail this week, and I'm super excited to cast these on. So
did you want to talk about the green one? What's happening with it?
In fact, talking about Wool and Honey, and so how awesome they are. You guys can see this one is the blue, and then you can see this one is felted.
Yeah.
Very pale.
And it's not showing up very well on the screen because we have been having trouble with Steph's camera today. So she texted me a picture of it. I'll put that on the screen too.
So I kindly contacted them and just said, hey, thank you guys. My order came on time. It was really great. But my yarn looks like it's been through the ringer already. And I'm thinking, I asked Emily, former yarn dyer, am I being too picky about this? I've purchased this or not? She said, no, I think that's very appropriate. You guys, they were so great. With in 2 hours, they had said, no problem. We'll pop a new one in the mail and we'll send a shipping address. Just put the old one back in. Done. Perfect. And I could not have been more thankful. Again, Wool and Honey is a very, very well-known yarn company. They have a huge array of yarns if you guys are looking for anything. But again, their customer service is what is unmatched. So kudos to them. I will continue to purchase from them.
Yes.
And they have a great array of everything. Truly, when I say everything, I mean everything. Hand-dyed, commercial, you name it, they do. So thank you, Wool and Honey.
And they do. I had never purchased from them, which, by the way, guys, my package hasn't arrived from them. And
it's going to be beautiful.
I might have purchased a blanket kit and a sweater kit for baby.
Yeah. But it really goes to show they have so much to offer in that shop. So much.
And from a dyer or a small company that I've never heard of, and besides from the bigger names like Quince & Co., who's been around for a while, and regardless of the political atmosphere around Quince & Co., they'd have beautiful yarns, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. And so, and I have a sweaters quantity still, and I want to knit that. Whatever. Yeah, I gotta stop. But anyway. So when that comes, I'll show you. But I actually bought a from Knit Picks. So this came in my order from Knit Picks a while back. I went with acrylic for these because I just kind of wanted to try it, and the price.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, guys.
Yeah. And I was thinking to myself, because you were right, using white, it's going to get super dirty super fast.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, I want to be able to throw these in the wash. So I did get Brava Sport Weight in the cream color, in the hunter color.
Yep.
And then a surprise.
You guys, that's what I love. This pattern, you could make any combination you want. Any combination. Yeah. You know, and I think that's what I really appreciate about Sophia's patterns. She has socks, she has mittens, she has sweaters. She's a very accomplished pattern. I can't show you the pattern because it's pay for. Right. She's a very accomplished knitter herself and pattern writer, guys. If you get the chance, please. Her podcast is beautiful as well. I have to watch it in subtitles. I'm not fortunate enough to know how to speak Swedish. I would love to, but it's gorgeous, you guys.
I think I know what podcast YouTube channel you're talking about. I just don't know that if I have watched it, it was over a year ago probably. But so the purple is going to be where your blue is for the cuffs and the tips.
Oh, and then that's going to be fun.
And then she has this. Let's see if I can show this little part of the.
We're going to be knitting along and showing you guys our progress. This will be fun.
Yeah, it's an unofficial knit along. So whoever wants to join us, you can totally join us. So she has this option in one of them where there's a secret heart in the palm. Yep. And I was kind of thinking I might want to do that and put it in purple right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do mine in blue. I don't want it to be super contrasty, but I do want it there. So I think that's really cute.
Yes. So, and by the way, when I purchased this stuff from Knit Picks, either I wasn't paying attention or it was so cheap that I justified it. I bought 2 skeins of every color. So
well, to your defense though, she is coming out with the matching hat soon.
Okay, never mind. I'm good.
So we just fixed the problem.
Yep. Because so here's the deal, guys. So you guys all know that I've got my hold on, let me find it. Nope, I guess I don't have it on here. So I have my audio podcast, Little Cabin Knits, and I've already mentioned that I'm cleaning out the office that is supposed to be the master bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, this week Jeremy cleaned out 90% of his stuff in the office, and that man was throwing things away, putting things in a pile to give away. If he kept 15% of what he was going through, I would be very surprised.
Good for him.
And I'm sitting here watching this man be a freaking rock star. Aww. And I'm sitting here like, we have more yarn than this house can contain.
It's insulation, remember?
Yeah.
Insulation.
And I'm like, I should not be buying any more yarn, and B, I should have a D-stash, and yet I can't bring myself to do it. And so I'll put the question to you, just as I did on the audio podcast.
Yes.
And maybe I'll pick somebody to give a skein of yarn away for your suggestions next time, because
there you go.
I need to do something. Anyway, but how do you guys get to the point in your headspace that it's okay to let go of yarn and to de-stash? Stephanie, you're like a freaking rock star at this. You're always doing this.
Okay,
You're
so
always doing trade and stuff.
Mine is a trading situation. Oftentimes we go to however you store your yarn. I keep mine on file on Ravelry with a photo. And the reason I do this is so that, okay, I'm looking at this pattern. Oh, maybe I have 2 skeins, but it calls for 3. You can go through and see who else has that. But and oftentimes people will say, want a D-stash, skein is $25. Okay, well, I have something in my trade or sell that's worth the value of that. And instead of having to deal with cash differentiation, hey, are you willing to trade? Is there something that you see in my trade to sell items that you'd be willing to? 9 times out of 10, you guys, people are like, oh, I really like that zebra yarns you've got in there. Oh, sure. Yeah. I'm okay with letting that go. It works almost every time. Now, there are the few people that say, kind of like Emily, hey, I really am trying to de-stash and I need the cash, or I would like to do it that way. Hey, great. I understand. No problem. I'm just not interested in that in this time. Or maybe I do go back later on because I really do need that. So,
yeah. But then, okay, so that's your genius way of handling it. And I love it. But for me, I don't need to trade. And B, honestly, yeah, it would be nice to have a little recuperation of that money. But for me, it's mainly about the fact that I am feeling incredibly selfish and like a yarn pig right now.
Could you, if you had to, could you go through and pick an entire tote of what you were willing to part with?
Probably not, but I can give it a try.
If you could, we could do a de-stash page on Instagram for Emily, knowing that people who purchase this money will be going towards
baby. Okay, for that cause, I could bring myself.
Yes. And you all viewers would be able to get some of this beautiful yarn, and you would be helping Emily. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Okay. So comment below if you think this is a good idea, you have a different idea, or how you get into the headspace of letting go. And yes, I will give away. Actually, you know what? I have something.
Oh, guys, you're hearing it now firsthand. Better watch out. Emily is pulling from the bin.
Well, I bought this specifically to give away.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So, I will pick a random comment and give this away our next episode. Now, you guys also have to be very gentle and patient with me as I attempt to do what Stephanie has suggested. I don't know when that will happen, but...
Well, how about this? If you decide to do it, you could always make an Instagram de-stash page.
I've never done that. I've seen other people do that.
I've seen people do it, and it's very successful because it's the photo of each item and how much it's listed for, and people can just comment right on it. And once it's sold, you say sold.
Huh. Okay. Because I've never participated in it. I've watched it, but it's always giving me a lot of anxiety. So
well, that's not good either.
But comment below about your philosophy on this. And
good ideas, guys. She needs some good ideas.
So, all right. So in other news, don't forget that we have the Project Down Along 2022 going on. Only people who post using that hashtag on your screen will win a prize after May 31st.
Yes.
Speaking of prizes, I told Stephanie because I was like squealing, like I was in bed texting with Alexandria, and she messaged me this, and I my feet were going really fast under the covers, and I was squealing, and Jeremy's like, "Whoa, what's happening?" But so Alexandria of WeU Knits, she has very graciously and generously offered up 8 of her patterns as prizes. So nice,
you guys.
And you get to choose. Like,
that's the generous part. Like, pick what you want.
Exactly. So
project's in.
Yes. And so many people are doing so amazing things. And then also the last thing I just want to mention is don't forget to sign up. It's getting close to the end. You've only got 2 more days as of this recording.
Yep.
The Hygge Home Swap, the link to which is in the show notes on both betweenknitsandpurls.com, but also right below here on YouTube.
Yes.
And it'll give you all the details about what's going on.
And guys, if you just want a fun last minute swap, like I said, you have until Monday night at midnight.
Mm-hmm. Alaska time, midnight.
Oh, yes. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be a fun swap. Put a package together. You want something in the mail. It's super fun. So
yeah,
we'll throw something up on Instagram too, real quick this weekend to get some last minute entries if people want to do that.
Yeah. So, I feel I've been posting about it a lot, and I'm just like, it's all good though. But I mean, because it is last minute. Like I had this idea 2 weeks ago, I threw it together, and so
that works.
Yeah. Anyway, so all right, so let's talk about what's on our needles. Or wait, FOs or on the needles? What do you want to do?
You pick.
I want to show off what I finished.
Do it.
Okay, so this is the cutest thing.
So cute.
My moose for my baby. Isn't he plump? He's so plump.
Very, very. And tell me, is that not sweater yarn leftovers from Jeremy's sweater?
No. And I am so silly. I don't know why I didn't do that, because here's all the yarn I have left over, which, by the way, in another Fat Squirrel Speaks Back.
I thought it was his sweater yarn.
It technically is, because it's the same base and half of them are the same colors. So
then we'll say it is his dad's.
Yeah. I've got 95% left of the Salsa Verde.
Yay.
97% left of the black.
Yep.
I would say about 80% left of the cream.
Okay.
And about half a skein of the brown left. And so I'm going to add all of that to his leftovers for his sweater and see what I can come up with there too. But I just love it. He's turned into our mascot. Jeremy keeps picking him up and placing him in random places around the house.
So cute.
As if he's like, it's like the moose has his own, he can walk on his own. He's just following me around the house. I found him in the kitchen, on my desk.
How long did it take you to knit, start to finish?
Okay, so if I was to put it all together, so this one I didn't keep track of my hours like I usually do. The body and the head, but not minus the accoutrements on the head, only took me an evening to knit. It was super fast and easy. And then all of the accoutrements, the appendages, these guys took me 2 evenings of, I would say, about 6 hours each.
That's super cute.
And then, so I talked about this on the podcast. I did the ears very differently. I knit them inside out, and they look so funny. They look like he's like some kind of like what's it called? What's it called?
Like a little elf ear.
Yes. And so, because I couldn't, her instructions on how to sew the ears so they look right didn't make any sense to me, no matter how many times I read them. So
they look
I
darling, and you'd never know the difference.
Yes. So very happy. Jeremy picked out the sweater pattern from it and stuff.
Cute.
So we have that done. Yay. So what's one thing that you've got done? Because you've got something really cool done.
I did. So we featured on our Crafters Corner Sea Panda yarns, and I showed the blue gradient that I was gifted to knit with. And I am super excited because I finished my shawl.
That is so beautiful.
So the color goes all the way on one side, and then almost looks like a check mark when you get to this side.
It's so pretty.
And this is the Around Every Corner shawl by Stephanie. How do you say that? Loveland?
I was thinking Lotvin, something like that.
We'll just say Stephanie because it's a really cool name.
Yeah, there you go.
That
looks so pretty.
Before it's blocked. I haven't had a chance to throw it in yet, but guys, she talked about Sea Panda yarns when we had her on the podcast. She talked about how she did her gradient dyeing in percentages. Yep. Look at that color, you guys.
It's so it's so perfect.
So subtle and just
Mhm.
right on.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
And I love that she figured out the alchemy of that, because I never could when I was dyeing.
I know. And it's got that really cool I-cord edging that just makes a nice round edge. So I would say this maybe took me a week, maybe.
Well, thanks to the Olympics and you being, oh wait, are we talking about that? Why you were off work last week?
Oh, I got Rona. I was like, wait, what happened? I missed what I missed.
It was just a restful week for you.
Oh my gosh, I just watched Nitty Bitty Sisters and they had it at their house. And I was like, oh, I got it too. And I was the only one in my entire household that got it. So
yes,
I don't know.
yeah.
But yay, I love this cowl. Or shawl. I'm so excited. I can't wait to block it because I think it's really, really going to block long.
Yes.
So I'm super excited with it. Super airy, bouncy.
And what kind of short row method did you use on the check part?
It's not short rows.
Oh.
It is true, not entrelac. Why can't I think of it?
Intarsia?
Intarsia. It's true Intarsia.
Ooh.
But you guys,
I haven't done that in forever.
I haven't either. And honestly, the way that she has in the pattern, front side, right side, wrong side, her directions, picked it right back up in no time. Really? Not a hole, not a missed anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I love her patterns. She's got stripy mittens. She's got, I've done the sweaters for my girls where it's a plain body and then the self-striping arms.
Yes, those are pretty.
She's got some really great patterns. So you guys should check that out. But as well, Sea Panda Yarns, guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of my wool mitten, Carrie, she got her prize in the mail.
Oh, she did.
She was very happy about that. So yes. So she
awesome.
Very much deserves it because she's so generous and everything. So I was super happy. I'll be anxious
to see what she knits with that.
I know, right?
And hey, around every corner. Just saying.
Yep. Just saying.
What else?
I have my girl's best friend all done and completed.
Yay.
I don't have, hold on, let's make sure that I get the right side facing out. I don't have a pretty picture of me yet. I just have one of it being blocked. But because I just haven't felt pretty lately.
Oh, honey, I remember that. Same thing when I was pregnant.
Yeah, and like Jeremy always tells me how beautiful I am, and I'm like, you're lying, I'm fat. I start crying. I'm just like, you have to say that because you love me. I'm such a baby.
It's all the hormones.
Yep.
You know what? You could throw that on a blanket of snow, and that'd be a really pretty photo.
Especially today,
or on a fence with snow.
Yeah, for some odd reason, nobody in my neighborhood seems to have fencing. Yeah, it's weird. What? But sorry, I was just looking out. But I, after we last podcasted, I was just determined that I wasn't going to let Watson win.
And we've talked about the love-hate relationship with this pattern because you and I have both knit this before. It is a beautiful pattern. The result at the end is well worth the knit, but it is a taxing knit. I mean, you've got to really commit to it.
Yes, like every single time I worked on these sections here, at the end of the night, I would have a headache.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I've knit one for myself and then I knit one for my mom.
You knit. I can't believe you knit too. My gosh.
Like I said, though, if you get the right yarn, you're in the right mood, it's a great pattern. You just need to stick with it till it's done.
Yep. And if you guys recall, the last time I showed you, I had knit about 85% of this second big section before Watson got to it and ruined the yarn because he had chewed it all up. So I had to rip all that back and start back right here. And so I had to knit all of this again. And it's the most taxing part. It is. The entire shawl. So that's why I had put it off. But, and man, okay, so I just said I need to destash and not buy any more yarn. But so this pink is Hazel Knits in the Cabbage Rose colorway. And I can't.
Gorgeous.
her yarn. You know what? I need to contact her and see if she'll come on the show because
Oh, I'd love to feature her.
yeah. So actually, I haven't seen her online or anything in a long time, like since before I left Oregon, it feels
Well,
like.
that would
Maybe I
be a
just haven't
good
paid
reason to
attention.
check in on a friendly knitter. How about that?
Yes, there
Okay,
we go.
let's do
But
that.
I just love her yarn so much. It's so plump and luscious, and I never feel like it does the pilling thing.
No,
Even
it's beautiful.
Yep. So this shawl I cast on in March of 2019 with my niece, and I finished it in mid-February 2022. So almost exactly 3 years it took me to knit this.
But you know what? It's done. It's beautiful, and you will get
Yes.
so much use out of that.
Yeah, I've been wearing it. Yesterday I went out and did a whole bunch of errands because I hadn't been out in like 2 weeks. So I wear it whenever I go out. But mainly what happens is Watson's looking at me right now about it.
He knows.
Yeah. He feels like this is his.
No.
If it is on the coffee table, he will somehow drag it off so he can lay on it.
No.
If I give in and I put it on the couch, he immediately just makes himself into a little nest on it.
He's a stinker.
He apparently really loves the So Happy Jane yarn.
Who wouldn't? It's gorgeous.
I know.
Good job on finishing that one. That was a good one.
Yeah. So that technically is my is that my third or my fourth finished lingering FO for the project Down Along?
I think that's at least your third or fourth. That's pretty good though.
Yeah, I can't remember. I really need to get a spreadsheet on that. I love spreadsheets. I'm such a dork.
And paper planners.
Yeah.
With stickers.
Which, by the way, I didn't buy one this year. Did you? Because I just felt like...
Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, I don't know what it was, but for some odd reason, the whole thing about the baby coming kind of made me feel a little overwhelmed, and that's when I said I'm not getting a paper planner. I don't know how those two line up.
Hey, whatever is in the line of thinking, we're going with it.
Yep. So funny. But you got yours, so that's awesome.
I did. So, it's good. I've been stickering it up and filling it up, and yeah.
That's awesome. You know who I've been watching? Oh my gosh, I forgot her name. Everybody knows who she is too. She's she's like a superstar. Oh, never mind. But anyway, she's another. She's a yarn dyer out of the Northeast. She and her husband. They always talk about Peloton, and she's always doing. Yeah. See, I told you I can't. I wonder if I still have it up
to pregnancy brand and go with that.
I know. Oh, it's Chelsea Yarns. There you go.
Sorry.
Yeah. And this lady, oh my gosh, if I had a problem with doing my planner and journaling and stuff,
I love it.
I got nothing on this lady, and I bow to her for that.
That's so funny.
Enjoy it.
That's awesome. Did you have any other FOs?
Nope.
Okay, that was it.
Cool. Yep. So what's on your needles?
I think I told you last week I finished a sock.
Yes.
Yes, in my Charming You Saber sock. This is an 8515 Southwest. Oh gosh. Superwash Merino.
Yep.
In the Rusty Bucket colorway. Good gracious. Anyway. Cannot love her yarn more. Guys, she has got some stuff in her shop right now.
Oh no. Oh wait, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Oh yes. Be prepared. If you do not follow her on Instagram, you need to follow her on Instagram for the very simple reason that she has got so much coming down the pipeline right now, you guys. Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm having to avoid those things right now, but
I started another one. This is my custom made jam jar of jelly. It's like this little itty bitty jar, and I'm like, oh my gosh. This is from Tiddly Bakes. You guys, she does custom work too. I said to her, hey, I need a jam jar. She's like, no problem. So thank you, Kayla, again. Go follow Tiddly Bakes. She is amazing. In fact, she sent me some stuff last night. I posted one of them on Instagram. I didn't post the other because they're coming for St. Patty's Day.
Oh.
Let's just say set your clocks for the update. Let's just say that. Because I got to see them first and they're gorgeous.
Oh my gosh. You know what I wish you would do actually?
What's that?
So if you're listening.
And she does.
Yes. And there are some creators out there who actually post their process of working with things like clay and polymer and all that kind of stuff. Because I always, whenever I see things like that you're showing from Tiddly Bakes, in my head, I immediately imagine her in a dark cave over this over this table and she's wearing these huge glasses that magnify everything and a spotlight coming down on top, and she's just whittling away with her little tools.
I will ask her if maybe she can do a quick reel on her workspace or something fun like that. So.
It would be awesome. I would love to see that, because then, I wouldn't keep imagining her in a cave.
And that's so me, you guys. A jar full of preserves. I just love it. So
I can't remember. Do you have one of a piece of bread, or I thought you had one with toast? No.
I have that. I also have her pineapple upside down cake. I have her s'mores. I have her Christmas one, which was the candied gingerbread house. I have her Christmas light bulb, which is just with a little smile on it. Oh my gosh, it's so stinky.
You need to request one of your round
sourdough
bread. Yes.
Ooh, I could do that.
Yeah, because that's a totally Steph thing.
It's a totally Steph thing. It is. I did cast on a random thing. I'm a jigger.
Right.
Yeah. Why would I ever do that? I decided I have a sister who has a birthday coming up. I don't think she watches this. If she does, I'll blow the surprise.
There you go.
She won't mind at all. So she is friends in real life with Professor Pearl because they live in the same area. And
I was wondering.
My sister is a longtime yoga instructor. She teaches a lot, you guys. She does a lot of different things. She's a health and fitness instructor, all this kind of stuff. Anyway, she saw Miss Professor Pearl had a cute little beret. And so my sister just thought she might need a little beret. So I might have casted on a little beret.
I love it.
So
when you told me you did that, I was like, it's got to be because Professor Pearl.
It was. It's all her fault. And thank you very much, because now my sister wants it like you. Just like you. But she takes classes from my sister. So that's why I thought it was darling.
Wow.
So I was like,
that's so cool.
So I am using a Taki yarn in the Terra Tweed. And I don't know if this has a color. Maybe just
I've never knit with their yarn. How do you like it?
It's an Aran weight, so it's real heavy. It's not as tweedy as this. I would say it's almost more of just a solid white tweed intermixed. But it should be good. So I don't have much cast on yet. It's just a teeny little ribbed brim, and then you start the increase, and then you'll decrease, and then obviously make your little top.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Super excited. So
you have to force your sister to take a picture.
Oh, she would. She totally would. And she right now she has cute, short, like blonde hair that's like at a wedge cut. So I think it's gonna be really cute.
She's gonna look so French. She's gonna look so French.
She just looks cute.
So for those of you who don't know, Professor Pearl, she's got like 12 or 13 episodes out.
I think so.
But she is so engaged with all of us. It's so amazing. So right now she's doing books and berets, or berets and books. I can't remember what she's calling it.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Yeah. And so she's actually gonna do a live Zoom call, and then somebody from a bookstore is going to be leading the chat.
It's almost like a book club online thing, you guys. Yes. It's super cool. And I think the thing that really, for Emily and I, we engage with her, number one, Emily went to school where she teaches.
George Fox, baby.
My family lives in that town. So they all, so we feel like we We know her. We don't really
Yep.
know her, but we know her.
Yep. And I just love that she's on this on her year of sabbatical.
Yeah, she's enjoying it quite well. And honestly, if
Yes.
you're going to be on a year of sabbatical, that's when you got to do all the fun stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very excited for her.
So.
And both of us, I think we can say we highly recommend that you check out her podcast.
Yeah, okay. I was just gonna say it is. I can't remember if her YouTube channel is Prof Pearl or Professor Pearl. I couldn't remember because I always just think of her as Prof Pearl.
Yeah, one or the other.
I'm gonna look it up. I'll put it on the screen, okay, guys,
we can do that.
so that you can know. So that's really exciting. So I bet you're gonna have that beret done, and
I think it'll be just maybe a weekend knit and have it done. Her birthday's on the 26th of February, so I just need to pop it in the mail to her. So
yeah. Which, by the way, totally off subject. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, your screen is your image is super clear. I don't know.
Well, thank you.
I don't know. Well, what I mean is like before when we were concerned about your being pixelated and all that. Now, I don't know. Maybe the girls were streaming something before they went out.
My girls don't even have an iPad.
Oh, that's right.
Mommy's mean.
That's right. No, that's not mean. I mean, I forgot to bring that out.
Actually, they're at the park with Daddy right now. Daddy just got done with baseball practice. My husband's a collegiate head baseball coach. So he got done. He said, bundle up. I'll take you to the park while Mom's podcasting. And then we're watching the Olympics with popcorn. And I said, oh, I'm in.
I just love that. I love Chris.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's redeemed the name Chris in my head because
there
my ex-husband. Yeah.
There we go. That's who we'll know as Chris from now on.
Exactly. So I cast on the opening games of the Olympics, Petite Knits Anchors onesies.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
I know, right? Look at, I can't even.
I love the fact that it is so versatile. Yeah. Because you could do a solid, you could do a stripe, you could do whatever you want.
And she has this from like newborn, as in 0 months, all the way up to 24 months. So I am totally intending to knit this again for him for probably like the 6 month and maybe the 12 month. I'm not really sure.
As you just kind of progression along. That's a great idea.
Yeah. But I am knitting this out of Lucky Dog. I keep doing that wrong. Lucky Dog yarn in the Christmas confetti colorway. And Jeremy says it looks like clown barf and he hates it. And I'm like, no, you're going to love it when it's on him.
Okay. What weight of yarn is that?
This is fingering.
Nice.
So I'm knitting the newborn.
Okay.
So it says that it only takes 1 skein of yarn. Here's my thing. So first off, this is my second time knitting the first leg.
Okay.
Done. And so the other leg is on the thing. The first time it was my fault because I didn't see that I wasn't paying attention because she writes her patterns in paragraph form and not in kind of like short sentences. And so, I hadn't paid attention to that part. So I didn't realize that there was shaping. Well, then I got, so this part of the sweater is knit flat and my row gauge here was on point, perfect.
Okay.
But this part is knit in the round and my row gauge is like double the size, apparently, because I'm supposed to have decreased 9 times every 6th row.
Right.
Before I got to 5.5 inches of leg. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decreases in before I got there. And also, I feel like the leg is way too fat. And I feel like I need to go back and read the instructions again for a 27th time because I feel like, I feel like I need to have the decreases on both sides of the leg. Right now, it's only on the inseam. And
that's the thing with a baby knit. I would say do whatever you want because again, they squirm, they kick, they do what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that's what looks good to you, do it.
And I think I just need to do that for a number of reasons. First off, like I said, it's going to be huge on his little legs. Maybe I'm just not. I've lost my earpiece.
Oh.
But also, I've only got 27 grams left. This leg took 10 grams. So if I do the other leg just as this, it will also take 10 grams, and I'll only have 17 grams left to do the arms.
Got it.
And I don't think that's going to work.
You know, the other thing, and this is just a total random suggestion. I know my girls, when they were little, they liked the kick bags where there was no feet in the bottom. It literally was a bag at the bottom. So if it doesn't work out, or maybe on a next one, just go straight down.
Yeah. I might just do that on the next one. Yeah. I want to knit this one
cute, though,
as close to pattern as possible because I'm determined to prove to Jeremy that this is going to look adorable. I love all the colors. I think it's
that's fun.
Our son's gonna look good. And then I just need to pick out some buttons. I've got it all marked where the buttons would be. I put the markings on the wrong side of the fabric because I didn't want it to be showing. Anyway,
perfect.
So I need to pick buttons as well. But but because and by the way, there's a whole bunch of needle sizes that I'm using for this. I'm not going to go into all of the different needle sizes.
Sounds kind of in depth a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit. But because Jeremy didn't like this one at all, I told him that I also wanted to knit this one by Petite Knits, which is I'm calling a romper. What does she call it? Oh yeah, it is. She calls it Little Sister's Romper.
Yes.
So I let him go through the yarn that we have at the house, and he picked out another one of my own hand dyed. So it's Anders Mill Knits hand dyed fingering weight. Actually, I have no idea what colorway this is. I'll have to look it up.
No, but that'll be cute with any blue, gray, cream, whatever natural color you put with that. That'll be super cute.
I feel like it's showing that. Okay, wait. There we go. That's the color right there.
That's beautiful.
So Jeremy's like, yep, we'll knit that one out of that. So that's next. As soon as I finish this onesie, that's the romper will be next. Cute. And so
that's cute.
Yeah. But that, besides from the jelly roll blanket, that's the only thing I've got on the needles. And honestly, I don't know, maybe I've knit 3 inches on my jelly roll blanket.
I gotta tell you, right now, I am comfortable. I'm okay with just having 2 projects on the needles right now. I don't know why, but a sock and something else right now, I'm content with that.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick another project to work on now for the project down along. And I think I'm going to pick a sweater, probably the roses sweater that I've knit the body now twice, and I'm knitting it now for the 3rd time. I've only knit the yoke once. I've never had to rip out the yoke. It's the body.
Yes.
So, but I'm determined to get that one done. Like I really want to wear that.
That'll be pretty.
Super bad. And it's been on the needles for 3 or 4 years. So,
nice.
Yeah. So that needs to get done. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
But that, my friends, is what.
That's the show.
Yeah. And for those of you who sit me here and see me drinking water, if you would like to contact my OB and tell her that I'm drinking water. No, I'm kidding. You can't do that. I'm not telling you who my OB is. But
you're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm drinking water with a special powder that has electrolytes in it that I got from my natural path.
Good.
And
awesome.
So I'm doing that. And that's helping me so that I'm not throwing up as much.
Good.
So I have been feeling rather queasy as we've been talking. Every time I take a sip of the water, when it hits my stomach, I start feeling.
Get those anti-nausea pills.
I know.
Get it before it gets bad.
I know. But I know every single time I tell you that I'm sick, I've been throwing up. Immediately you say, "Did you take your meds?" And I'm like, "Oh."
It's one of those things, though. I know everybody's pregnancies are different. I struggled so bad with both of my pregnancies. I could not function without anti-nausea medicine. It was awful for me. I don't know how I had 2 kids, but I did.
I know. And it's been feeling like that for me too. But we were talking about this, and my doctor said that I'm only supposed to take the anti-nausea meds when I feel nauseous, when I start to feel nauseous. Not an everyday thing.
I could not take them on a regular cycle. It was so bad.
Yeah, and I go in again to see her on Wednesday, and I have that as my to-do list to ask her, like, can I switch this, please? I need to eat. So, but anyway, so that's our show for today, guys. And so remember that I'm gonna get it this time.
Okay, you can do it.
Life happens between knits and pearls. That's right. Everybody be proud of me. I got our tagline.
Have a great week, guys.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.